She was the woman who last held Elvis Presley's hand and in the last 9 months of his life. And she's now sharing her story with the king in a new book called Elvis and Ginger. Ginger Alden is joining us live now to tell us more. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you and good to talk to you. I have been reading your book for several days now, and I'm enjoying learning a lot about the man that passed away when I was a younger girl. Tell us what prompted you to write this book.
Well, over the past 37 years, there was so much speculation and hearsay and fabrications regarding Elvis's last 9 months and our time together. And I had actually written my memories of him shortly after he passed away, just for my own personal satisfaction, just to hold on. And I went forward with my life. I worked. I had my son. I raised him, spent my time with him because I knew it would take a lot of emotion and time to put together a book. And he started college 2 years ago, and I put pen to paper then and finally got this out so the fans can hear the truth of our relationship.
That's awesome. Tell me how you met Elvis.
My sister was Miss Tennessee in 1976, and a friend of Elvis's had invited her to come and meet Elvis. And my older sister suggested maybe she and I could go also. And none of us ever thought we would ever date Elvis. We just thought, wow, we're going to finally get to see inside Graceland and meet Elvis quickly.
Right.
And so my sister and I went with her, and things changed after that night for me.
Yeah. I read that he fell for you very quickly and very fast, and your relationship connected in such a powerful, quick way. You must have been completely taken back.
I was. I mean, I was so stunned, but I thought he was such an absolutely gorgeous man the minute he walked into his daughter Lisa's bedroom, and I was extremely, extremely shy then, but I blurted out hi like I'd known him for years when he walked in. And, you know, we did connect. We had spiritual connection. I came from a musical family. My mom played guitar, mandolin. She played many gospel hymns on the piano. I used to stand behind her and sing. We just
you had a lot in common.
Connected, and yes, we did.
You had a very deep relationship very quickly. He also nicknamed you Little Two. What did that mean?
I actually had three. I had Chicken Neck and Little Two and Gingerbread. The Little Two was when I washed off my eye makeup and he saw me and he had this funny little look on his face and he goes, Little Two, like I look like a 2-year-old. So
well,
whenever he saw me without
compliment.
my eye, I usually slept in eye makeup, I know, but whenever he saw me without eye makeup, he'd call me Little Two.
He was such an eccentric man, and he was, from what I read, just very generous, and I know he was very generous with you. Did that make you, speculate a little bit about how real he was being with you?
You know, he was such a giving, I think any individual that was in Elvis's life will be the first to tell you how extremely generous he was. And he was so happy. That was a big part of what he loved to do. And I think it came from when he was younger and he didn't have a lot. But he got the biggest kick out of surprising people. And he would actually get very upset if you didn't accept a gift, you know. Because he went to a lot of time to sometimes, prepare a little surprise for someone. And but he was such a beautiful man and very concerned about other people's well-being always.
I understand that. I read that his father was encouraging him to, was it maybe fire or let go of a couple of bodyguards he had, but yet he wanted to hang on to them because his argument was that they needed him more than he needed them. And that was his way of protecting them.
I think his father said, or Elvis said, you see their wants, I see their needs. I never knew these bodyguards. I had no idea what was going on, with this whole, there was a book coming out on Elvis and that they had written, which painted a pretty negative light on him. And, a lot of people have this image that Elvis was very upset. I mean, Elvis didn't mention this book to me until quite late in the summer of '77. But I never saw him, he never talked to me again about it. He didn't seem to sit and be depressed about this, and I thought he'd come to a place where he was accepting, certain things with it.
Tell me in one line or one idea, what would you want everybody to know about him as a whole? One thing.
he cared so deeply. He would be so amazed at the love and support from young children, even today. I mean, I'm blown away by it. And that's what he wanted to do, bring so much happiness to people. And he's still doing that and inspiring people through his music.
That's awesome.
And he'd be so happy.
Thank you, Ginger, so much for your time and for this beautiful book that you put out all this years later. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, you can pick up a copy of Ginger's new book, Elvis and Ginger, on newsstands right now. Some say the secret is in the sauce. When the broadcast returns, we're learning a secret from the kitchen of De Lincoln Steak Bar. Stay with us.